What's going on, everybody? What is going on? It is Monday, June 3rd, 2024, and we are back here on the Tony Rain Reloaded channel with another midday stream. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the share button. If you are new to the channel, hit this. Also, make sure to hit the bell and hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video or go live. Also, shout out to everybody over there on Patreon. Y'all will be getting a new video tomorrow, so be tuned for that. Shout out to all of the members as well. And let's see who we have so far in the chat. So we have Kid Gravity Beyond in the chat. We got Reparations Nations in the chat. Jerry Bedford, Wallow J, 313 Dreamin', Denise Scales, Dimple Face, Brown Bags, Firebat, 7 Sam Ham, Savion Draco 0, JM Y'all, Scoop 2003, Cage Grant, Lance Parker, Kenny T, One of Many Ancestral Incarnations, Kane the Bad Guy, Chris Vesey, Deneen Grant, Calvin C. Jr., David Joseph, Bulls Fan 25. Shout out to AB Promotions for for the contribution to 199. He said the Great White Nope. Shout out.
It's busy up here. Woo! I got money.
Shout out to AB for that. Also, we have Ruben Barber, Revolutionary 2, Israel, Sovereign Black, Sardonic Hawk, PD That Remains, DSB, Lions Den, aka Trey X, David Brown, Mr. Williams, Profess the Film Fan, and Henderson Dewani Nelson and Henderson CNC and DC Precise. So yeah, we are here today, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. I had no intentions of going live today. I really didn't. I promise you. My live was going to be tomorrow, and it wasn't even going to be on this topic. But something happened today, and I felt compelled to have to talk about this today. It was always going to get talked about, but at a later date. But I said, why put on another day what I can do in the present? Anything can happen between now and whenever. Now, y'all usually know when it comes to me doing my midday streams or a lot of my streams period, I'm usually on a solo mission. But I said, oh no. I said, this one, I need reinforcements. And speaking of reinforcements, if y'all are a mod in the chat, y'all better be on your P's and Q's today, because we are talking about a very sensitive subject matter, not sensitive to us, but sensitive to some. So definitely be on it. If y'all see something real sus in the chat, y'all know it's not supposed to be there, be sure to, hit that block button. You have my undivided permission. But with that being said, usually, like I said, I go on a solo mission when it comes to this. But today I said I need reinforcements. I need a co-pilot. And I said, what other person to do this with as far as this commentary goes than someone who is another important voice of the new Black media. They definitely are a huge part of this sector. They dive mainly into politics, but every now and then we can get down and dirty as far as petty goes. And today we about to be real petty. So with that being said, welcome to the stage, Mr. Kid Gravity. That mask is crazy.
The pettiness is over 9,000.
That it is. And y'all listen, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. We haven't even gotten started. This stream is probably going to be damn near 2 hours. I'm calling that one right now.
And we're so petty that I've got a sticker. Look at this sticker. That's when you know it's really petty. Black girl magic on the court.
Man.
Look. I don't care. We've got the battle scars here.
Yeah, but we are here today to discuss a very interesting subject matter. Now, I've already talked about Caitlin Clark. I think the last video I did on her was right before I went on my vacation back in April. And I said in that video, in so many ways, if this woman does not produce immediately, she's going to be seen as a bust. I'm going to let y'all like put a pin in what I just said because we're going to get to that much later in the stream. But man, the tears have overflowed so much it can cause another biblical flood. That's all I got to say. That is all I have to say. You trying to get the mask off?
No, I'm trying to adjust this thing.
Oh.
I almost killed my damn daughter, boy. She messed with the mask.
Okay.
She likes to scare my wife.
Wow. Yeah, but luckily for us, a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about today and show are coming all from the same location, and that is X. That's the best part. It's only one article that we have, but we're going to go over the article a little bit later. But most of this is coming from X. So, KG, are you ready? I don't even have to ask the chat if they ready because I already know they ready. So with that being said, let me go ahead and start with the first post. Now, this post I'm going to show you right here is actually what made me want to do this stream. Let me make sure I got the right one. Okay. This one right here. Let me put this right here at the bottom. This person by the name of John Root. Never heard of him. Have you heard of him, KG?
I actually saw this post. I didn't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
Well, and I actually forgot to play it last night. I forgot to read it last night.
Yeah,
There's a lot I forgot last night.
Yeah, thankfully, because when in your Discord you have it set where when you post things on the X, it notifies you. That's how I'm able to see a lot of these posts because I would never ever engage with someone like this ever. So a lot of the times that's the only way I'm able to come across these particular posts. But this is the one right here. This is the first bookmark post that I made as it pertains to Caitlin Clark that made me decide, okay, at a later date, I'm going to do a live about this. I had the thumbnail made up and everything. And then stuff started happening since then. And then something even crazier happened today. KG knows what I'm talking about. If y'all follow me on X and y'all are in this chat, y'all know what I'm talking about. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So we have this person by the name of John Root, or at least that's what they call themselves. I don't know if this their name or not, but that's besides the point. And they said WNBA players need to realize the only reason, and he gave a list, the only reason the WNBA is relevant is because of Caitlin Clark. That is the first statement that he led with. So he's basically saying that the only reason people want to care about the WNBA now is because of Caitlin Clark. Nobody else, just her. Reparations Nation, Dennis isn't trolling. He's not trolling. Then he goes on to say there's a difference between competitiveness and unsportsmanlike conduct.
Huh? He wasn't serious when he wrote this.
Oh, he was serious, like they all were.
What do you mean? They do unsportsmanlike conduct there all the time.
Yeah, it's basketball. It's a sport.
Yeah. Where was your post when Angel Reese damn near got decapitated?
Exactly. It's amazing how they leave that part out, even when people bring it up about that, and that recently happened.
Right.
But they call that ball. And the thing is, because Angel Reese, she came out like she literally sat there, at the press conference and said it happens. It can get competitive. That's just what it is. She took her lumps, just like everybody else. But when it came, to Caitlin Clark, now everybody wants to throw the cape on. And speaking of throwing the cape on, for a shout out to Harvey, who did a video. Ironically, a couple hours ago, he uploaded it, and I'm like, we all on the same wavelength today.
Mm-hmm.
And he spoke facts in that video too, because what he said in that video is pretty much what we're iterating right here, but we're showing the actual comments. That's why I said that people aren't on X. Y'all are getting a glimpse of what people are saying. We're going to go over the initial posts. We're going to go over some of these responses, because some of these responses are absolutely extremely anti-Black. I mean, very. But y'all are going to see what I'm talking about. The next thing he said is, jealousy of Caitlin Clark will continue to force fans to dislike them and tune out. No, you being fake fans and driving a media hype machine behind her is what's going to cause people to tune out. See how they're trying to throw that back onto people who criticize what they're doing? Mind y'all, these are not real fans, y'all. Keep this in mind. WNBA has been around since 1997. It'll be going on 30 years in 3 more years. Why didn't they care about the WNBA all those years prior to Caitlin Clark coming in?
You know when they cared about it, though?
When's that?
When they had the mini Malice at the Palace.
When was that?
Back in, what was it, 07? When what's her name? When Candace Parker was a rookie and came in the league, and she got into a fight with the Detroit Shock. Ironically, Bill Laimbeer was their coach.
How did I miss that?
Oh, that was all over ESPN. They tried to make it like the original Malice at the Palace. People were like,
you know what it probably was, because see, in 07, because the WNBA is a summer league. So at that time, I was focusing on getting ready to go to college. That's what it was.
That's fine.
So that was probably far from my mind.
That was a big story, though. Very big. I mean, they trotted out everybody, and this was late night too. They trotted out everybody. Even Stephen A. Smith had commentary on it.
Wow.
They called them all thugs. We saw the white supremacists. Y'all called them thugs.
Now I do remember when what's his name? Don Imus had called the Rutgers women's basketball team nappy-headed hoes. We all remember that one.
Mm-hmm. They wanted Candace Parker and everybody else thrown out the league.
Mm-hmm.
People got suspended, but that's the last time y'all really paid attention.
And so you're talking about like how many years ago was that?
17 years ago.
And now 17 years later, now you care all again, because now the media has put a lot behind Caitlin Clark. And I said, okay, they're going to regret this. I said, y'all going to have to hope she delivers. Remember you were saying about Elena Deladon, she used to play for the Mystics, and how they kept trying to do the same thing with her that they're doing with Caitlin Clark, and she ended up retiring at the age of 25. She's not even in her. She was still in her prime. She wasn't even at retirement age yet.
And I actually liked her play.
Yeah, she played for the Mystics. I remember when they won the WNBA championship, their first one, and she was on the team. That was a big year.
I'm wrong, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
That was a big year for DC teams, because the Nationals, the baseball team, also won their first World Series that year too. So it was back-to-back DC team wins. That was a huge financial year. Unfortunately, it happened months prior to, well, you know what happened months later.
Fault.
Oh, who is y'all? Who is y'all?
DC, that's y'all fault.
I said, who is y'all? I don't live in DC.
No, I'm just saying in general. It's DC's fault. That's why we had it, because them two teams won the chips.
Yeah. All right. So it goes on to say, the next one says, if Caitlin Clark wasn't in the league, millions of sports fans like myself wouldn't be interested in watching the game. Thank
you for telling the silent part out loud, sir.
Like I said, to the people in the chat, a lot of these people who are these so-called fans of Caitlin Clark, they have no idea, or maybe they do, that they are exposing themselves with these type of posts. Like, you're literally saying you didn't care about a league that's been around for almost 30 years until the white girl came in. Fact. Meanwhile, how many white women have played in the WNBA prior to Caitlin Clark, who actually put up some very good stats?
What about the first one? Rebecca Lobo. Y'all loved her in college.
Yeah. I remember
she couldn't beat the Comets. Then y'all weren't loving on her no more.
I remember it was a white woman who used to play for the Mystics. Her last name was Cunningham. I can't remember her first name.
Is that the Australian?
I don't know. She was kind of. I knew she had some height to her, but she used to be banking them threes from the side. That was her sweet spot. I will never forget. One time I went to a game. She was banking from the same spot on the side, like literally hitting all them threes. I will never forget it when I went to a Mystics game years back, of course, in the early 2000s when Shamika Holslaw was playing. Like that tells you how long ago that was.
Oh, Miss Nisi, no, that was downtown Atlanta. I live out in the suburbs, so we're good. But we've been watching. But I lost power today for a couple minutes. I wasn't home when it happened, but we're good now. So, they might be trying something, but we'll save that for later's broadcast. But I got to get back in character.
Then it goes on to say, if Caitlin, I already read that one. It says Clark is the hand that is feeding them. They're making more money and able to fly charter because of her. Let me tell y'all something about that charter thing, because they keep bringing that up. The charter has been something that was implemented for like the last decade. It's not something that they did overnight because Caitlin Clark signed on to be on the Indiana Fever.
Thank you.
That's something they already had in the works. It's just ironic that it finally went through. But here's the thing. Even if she wasn't to get drafted, they would have still had it.
Yes. And also, this whole statement you just said, sir, like I explained last night, like I explained 2 weeks ago, without Angel Reese, she don't get on TV. Without that streamer, she doesn't get on TV. And they still didn't respect her because ABC, the parent company, said, you know what? She's still not there enough for us to put her on ESPN. We're going to put her on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
NBA TV, they could have got massive ratings if they'd have played her game. They didn't even want no parts.
Right. Now he ends it off with WNBA players. You don't have to like Caitlin Clark, but you have to respect the opportunity she's introduced for individual players in the league as a whole. Be grateful.
Hey, Mr. Rott, ask Michael Jordan back in '84 how that worked out. But ask him how he felt when he got froze out in the All-Star game. Ask him how that worked.
It's the statement of be grateful. Like she did, like she came in, like she did something.
Yeah, she's done a lot though, Tori. Hella turnovers.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We definitely gonna talk about that. But let's go through some of these replies. Of course, he's gonna publish or promote his TikTok. Someone said people watch this game today because of the rivalry between Clark and Reese, but yeah, Clark is the only reason WNBA is relevant. And by that last name, she sounds like a tether.
I mean, she's not making. She didn't say it's nothing wrong, no.
No, she really didn't. She really didn't. I mean, well, as far as like, the first part, but then she came back and said, yeah, she is the only reason WNBA is relevant.
No, I think she's trolling him. I think she's being sarcastic.
And then he came back and says, we can play a semantics game all day long, but you know what I'm saying? The WNBA has popularity on a national scale because of Caitlin Clark.
That's a damn lie. Because Maya Moore helped boost the ratings, but y'all didn't want to give a damn about her. Maya Moore was actually one of those college players.
Maya Moore was balling her ass off.
She had hype in college.
A product of UConn. I always say a lot of the women who are product of UConn usually go on to do great things.
Mm-hmm. And then she came into the league on an expansion team and got them a chip within 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So she lived up to her hype. But y'all wanted to kill her because she left and married someone she got out of prison.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I remember that. I think I talked about that too.
Y'all weren't watching that series. I watched that series and I couldn't believe that she was getting it in like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't scared. She said, bring it to me.
And it says, we can play a semantics game all day long, but you know what I'm saying? The WNBA has more power. Oh, I read that part. It says, Angel Reese, Brink, Cardoza, etc. aren't moving the needle to the degree Clark is, not even remotely close.
You a damn lie. You a damn lie. They don't even play her State Farm commercials anymore. They moved on to Gatorade. And I saw that at walking through work. Angel Reese literally just made news owning a new team, being a part owner. Cameron Brink, y'all just killed her for showing her boyfriend in the car. Cardoza just came back, and she actually had a good game that same game. What are you talking about? Now we're going to see what the sky is really about because they got them two now.
Yeah. And now this John Root guy, the one who posted this, now he's trolling. Is her name Chennedy Carter?
Chennedy Carter. Yeah.
Okay. Chennedy Carter. Now, for those of y'all, like, this is the whole thing that happened between Chennedy Carter and Caitlin Clark. That's what really blew this whole situation up with that call. But he's now trolling her and basically trying to tell Chennedy Carter what Caitlin Clark brings to the game. I was so glad when Chennedy Carter said what she said, though, to that media reporter when they were trying to bring up Caitlin Clark, and he says, "I'm not about to answer any questions about Caitlin Clark." And I said, and she said that with her chest. She said that unapologetically. She probably already knew she was going to face backlash. She knew she was going to face backlash after that call. But she didn't. At that point, she didn't care, and that's how you have to be. I said it's like her inner Kyrie came out when she said that a little bit. Just be unapologetic because they already she already knew they're gonna have something to say about it. So you know what? Go the distance and say that. And she shut it down. And that reporter, he was like, okay, no more questions.
Mm-hmm. And you can go look at her stats. Chennedy Clark ain't having a bad season.
Oh, Jonathan said that her name is pronounced Kennedy. Okay, so the CH is silent.
Oh, well, CH is K.
Okay, well, that's
Kennedy Clark.
Okay, Kennedy. Okay, that's a different way. That's another different way of pronouncing that. Thanks for the correction. So we have another person right here. It says, "Why does only Caitlin interest you? Have you seen any other talented players while watching Caitlin? Is your fandom genuine?" I'll answer that no. Of the league or just the ideology of a Caitlin-like figure having success? I have genuine questions.
What did I say last night? I don't know if you saw the ending. They want her to beat the Negro teams.
Which would be all of them?
Good 90% of them.
There you go. And she's only beat 2.
Yeah, one was by 1 point, and the other one was she didn't even have anything to do with it.
There you go. This person says, "For the first time in my life, my dad called me the other night to ask how to watch a WNBA game. Clark is the league. Somehow I feel like he's lying his ass off."
No, I feel like he's letting the media hype him up. They're hyping her up, and he probably saw it watching ESPN maybe. Or something. So, I mean, she's a great hype machine. We didn't say that she wasn't. The problem is she's not living it up to it.
Yeah, she's really not. And that's why we call, like I said, this is really us calling out her so-called fans. That's why I put fans in quotations, because these aren't real fans.
No,
these are people that bought into the media hype surrounding around her in those in the tournament. Yeah, when she was in Iowa in the tournament. That's really where all of this is coming from.
Exactly. It's like you're looking at this. If you're a basketball player, you're looking at this. You're like, we don't see it. That's why they're having all these NBA players, former NBA players, coming outside trying to cape for it.
Now, here's where it starts to get interesting. Look what this John Elder posted. It's not jealousy. It's blatant racism.
Where is the racism?
That's a narrative that we have been seeing posted online on X more than anything for the last couple of days surrounding this, that if you don't like Caitlin Clark or if you have some kind of criticism of her, apparently you don't like white people. That's literally the go-to narrative. But these are the same people that will tell you, stop making everything about race. Stop making everything about race. Oh, and stop making everything about race.
Mm-hmm. But where's the racism when Diana Taurasi said the same thing? Why didn't you call her racist?
Right. And she said it first.
But they won't go check white people. This is what I'm talking about. They won't go check their own. They're scared of their women. Yeah. Even if they're on that side of the sexual spectrum, they're scared of them.
Mm-hmm. And so the next one says the WNBA needs to do something or she's going to get hurt quick.
What? Oh, you didn't say that when Angel Reese got checked. You didn't say that, right?
Exactly. And we all saw she literally got damn near choke slammed.
Mm-hmm.
And we all saw it. But
that warrants. They were talking about assault charges.
Yeah, they went. Yeah, like I'm telling y'all, they went. They was going there. They were doing everything. They were trying to get Chennedy Carter fined. They were trying to get her suspended, brought up on charges. Like we not exaggerating when we say we saw people say that. Like that's what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
And it's like if they imagine if the WNBA actually did that. Do you know how much of an embarrassment that would be? Not just in the WNBA, but in all leagues around the establishment that deal with physical contact sports.
Fact.
Because then that means that people won't be looking at the NBA to do it. Then they're gonna be looking the NFL. Like that would be absolutely insane.
Dude, you breathe on somebody wrong in the NFL, you get 35,000.
Right. Another person said, "Where are her teammates? This is unbelievable."
They're playing. They know what the game is.
Yeah, the people online that's complaining right now don't know how this goes. Clearly, but remember, they said they just started watching it, so you know. Oh, look at this one. Clark is the WNBA. The rest are irrelevant.
You sure about that? Because the ratings aren't reflecting of it. Are you sure about that? You guys have to fake people talking about her. We bring up Angel Reese even if she had a bad game.
Mm-hmm. This person says the only they're quoting the person. They said the only reason the WNBA is relevant is because of Caitlin Clark, and they said I think that's what has everyone so pissy. So they're trying to make it seem like we're supposed like people are jealous. Like no, there's no jealousy there.
Because she's white.
Yeah.
Even though there's been better white players than her.
Oh, look at this. Now that's why I said we're going through these comments because they it's hilarious. Look at this one. I think this borders on corporate anti-white racism. Even her own teammates stood by and did nothing.
What were they supposed to do? She got hip checked. What were they supposed to do?
They were supposed to carry her off, put her in the chariot.
Oh, like Paul Pierce did in Game 7?
This one says, jealous, ratchety racists is what they are. And her name is Hockey Mom.
Hey, family, keep a pin in that because I sent Torian some stuff. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll bring it up when we, as far as when we, go further along. Like I told you, we're gonna be here for a little bit. So I hope y'all are comfortable and don't have to move much. And even if you do, take us along for the ride. This one says, I'm actually watching it more because of it. Only one demographic seems to be crying about quote unquote rough play for some reason, and yet they are silent about the rough plays that Angel Reese has to deal with. Kind of ironic, right?
No, because they want her to get injured. They want her out of the league. That's the main problem because I'm sorry, white people, we're just going to tell you a secret. Caitlin Clark is tethered to Angel Reese. And that's going to be like that for her entire career. Y'all should have kept your mouth shut 2 years ago and said, you know what? LSU was the better team that day. Okay, she did the taunt. Whatever. She'll get them next year. And guess what? She got them next year. Y'all's narrative would have been a lot better going forward if y'all would have allowed that. But you didn't want to. You tethered her to a black person, just like when y'all compare her to players, y'all go for male black basketball players. Y'all don't say she's Larry Bird. Y'all don't say she's Jerry West. Y'all compare her to Jordan, Steph Curry, and today somebody tried to compare her to Kobe. Y'all are insane.
God. I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off, but let's look at this right here. Look at this. This is a quoted post from the John Root. Caitlin Clark already at the beginning of her what
career, I guess,
is the equivalent of the Michael Jordan and Tom Brady.
He got to be trolling.
No, this is a EJ Johnson, EJ for Liberty, and it's a black person's picture right there. I think.
So go over his name. I bet you he's MAGA.
America first, third
there you
party.
Go. There you go. There you go. The flag is a dead giveaway.
Oh man. What? I'm not a big fan of Tom. I'm not even a big fan of Tom Brady, and even I wouldn't say nothing that damn ridiculous.
Tom Brady's first year, he got bailed out by his defense in the Super Bowl. He played terribly. What do you mean? He didn't get good till 2003. This is why I
I don't
tell you
have to
they don't
read
know
any.
ball.
I don't have to read anything past that.
They don't know no ball.
That told me everything I needed to know.
And that's funny. Somebody brought me Peyton Manning. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, they keep bringing up these names of these players that have already been established, and some are retired. Some aren't even living. Like, what?
They brought up his rookie year. Okay, he was a rookie. We understand that. But he went to a Colts team that was not good, and he figured it out. It didn't take him 10 games.
Right.
And he comes from a lineage of great football. What are you talking about?
I'm glad it's some people that's in the quoted responses that are actually checking him, though. Like, not everybody
Because her
on the
actual fans
bandwagon.
understand that she has shit to work on.
Yeah, like you said, like she has to develop. This is her rookie year. They trying to make it seem like this woman has been in the league for like at least 3 years.
Because they saw her in college shooting people out of the gym. She doesn't. They don't understand that them players in the WNBA are a lot faster than the ones in college. They're a lot stronger. They're not going to let her get off 30 points a game.
And Jason in the chat actually made a good point. Why are they comparing a female athlete to a Hall of Fame male athlete?
Because they can't. Because they don't watch ball.
They really don't. Like every comparison. Now that Jason has said that, I have not heard them give her one comparison to another female athlete, whether it's in basketball or in another sport.
Because they can't. Because she's not on their level. And I tripped. That's why I tripped up many of them when I said, "Listen, how you gonna call me racist?" When I was in awe of watching Elena Delle Donne play, or Rebecca Lobo, or Sabrina Ionescu, or Sue Bird, people that have actually won championships. Why would I be? Why would they tell on themselves with their own racism?
They really do. Like I said, I'm glad people in this. Like, I'll read this one. It says saying Caitlin Clark is the only reason that women's basketball is relevant or the WNBA is relevant. It means you wasn't watching until this year. It was very much relevant in the previous 27 seasons of its existence. You can make the argument that she made it more exciting, but you not watching until now is on you.
Exactly. Because y'all were loving it when they kept saying every year that they were losing money. Y'all reported on it. Lie or not.
Look at this one. It says, gee, I wonder who he's talking about here when he references WNBA players. Now, look at this lineup.
That's the first class.
Mm-hmm. When they first got established, when the WNBA first got started back in '97.
Well, no, this ain't the first class because
it isn't.
Because it got the Lynx player there. This is probably like what, seventh, eighth season.
Okay, well, still a good lineup. Still a good lineup nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is probably this is the Western All-Star team. I think maybe this is probably their all WNBA team or whatever the fuck. But look. Y'all didn't care when Liz Cambridge was doing her bullshit. Y'all were ready to make fun of her.
Yeah, but people like literally, it's some people in there that's like on the bandwagon, and then there's also people in there that's checking them. So that's pretty much that post. Now we're gonna move on to the next one, and the next one involves us having to pull up a post that Tariq made. And it's not so much what he said, but it was the responses underneath it. Okay. He said, and he wrote this yesterday, what's with this goofy narrative that other WNBA players are quote unquote jealous of Caitlin Clark? What are they supposed to be jealous of? Her flopping, losing, and mediocrity. So he made that post yesterday. And the first person wrote this right here named Gotham Green, said 10 games in, she's already the face of the game and already the richest WNBA player ever. That's why they're jealous. The richest WNBA player ever.
The Aces just got a deal in place where they're all going to make $100,000 and get endorsements. Y'all still on that State Farm commercial. You're rewarding mediocrity. Literally doing it.
This other person says they have every right to be jealous. Clark could never suit up again and make 100 times more money than the Jerry Springer Show rejects, who will have to travel overseas to supplement their meager WNBA salary. So now she's referring to the black WNBA players as Jerry Springer Show rejects. And those aren't the only insults I've seen, and I'm sure you probably seen them too, KG, where they were talking about calling them lesbians and butch and studs and all kinds of things. I even seen some of them even call them the other B word, B7.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would literally went there with that. That's how deep they're anti-black. And you know what? I don't even think it's that deep. I think they can go deeper than that.
They don't. You want? Well, I was gonna say pause, but I'm gonna let you ride.
Oh, look! Here's your post. You replied to it. You said the quote-unquote fans thought they had a star to root for, and they could bring the quote-unquote woke right BS into the game. They found out quick that the diehard is that white fans?
No, W fans. That's what they call it. That's the nickname for the league.
Okay, W fans and players don't play that game. Someone else says Indiana Fever's record is exactly the same as it was last year around this time. She has literally made no difference on this team other than having the most turnovers ever. We're right on track to having another number 1 first round draft pick.
And what was the solution they all suggested?
To send her overseas, right?
No. Fire the coach.
Oh.
Like it's the coach's fault. The coach is giving her the green light and she's not doing anything with it.
That's crazy. But that's a very interesting post that Elijah made. They said they are in the same spot as they were a year ago. So what did she really change?
Nothing.
There you go. Now you can say something different if the win and lose record were reversed and they were 9-2. But they're 2-9, right?
They're 2-8.
2-8. Okay. If you reverse and they were 8-2, but right now they're 2-8. So,
and she'll be on the All-Star team. Watch what I tell you.
Oh, of course. I have no doubt about it. This person says she's bringing eyeballs to the game and perks like private jet flying. There they are, back to that charter flight. Not to mention Clark's stats speak for themselves. They're whispering. If they're speaking, they're whispering.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this person gave us a list on reasons to be jealous. Let's see what they had to say. Most career points by male or female player all time in NCAA.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all, I want y'all to understand, y'all, this is the per capita crowd. And it was so funny. This is so funny because Tariq actually said that in his live last night, but I caught the replay this morning. He said he said they brought per capita to the WNBA. He said highest points per game average in NCAA Division I women's history.
She shoots nothing but threes. That's very easy.
Most 3 points in women's NCAA history. 2-time AP Player of the Year, and still no NCAA championship. Largest deal with Nike ever by a WNBA player, and still no ring.
Because Raven Johnson locked that ass down. Or did we not see the same game? South Carolina made their adjustments in the second half. Raven Johnson said, "Put me on her. I got her." Dawn State was like, "All right, you got it." Probably told her, if you fuck this up, you're going to do 500 suicides after the game. And Raven Johnson went out there and locked her down. As a sophomore, she locked down a junior.
Now check this out. Listen, look at what Aaron Palmer said. Yeah, she definitely needs to leave the league ASAP. Go play in Europe with fewer thugs.
I'm not laughing at the thug part. You're gonna send her to Europe with them grown ass women? Please.
Do you know how them European women are built?
Bruh, do you remember the episode of Fresh Prince when they went back to school and they were doing the announcing in the hallway? They said, here comes the delegate from the East German squad. That chick pushed Carly
oh yeah,
into the locker.
Oh yeah. She didn't have no line.
You want Caitlyn to go over there? Them Germans, them Latvians. You want her to go play with Luka Doncic's sister? Boy, you go, man. That girl gonna get broken like Bane did Batman's back. She gonna run back over here within 10 games. Somehow I want to come back home.
Oh, it goes on to say she'll still have all her endorsement money. She'll be a GOAT over there. And the WNBA can go back to being irrelevant again on Spirit Airlines after this brief shining moment in the sun.
Sir, you think State Farm and Gatorade are gonna keep paying her when she's in Europe? Maybe you don't know how contracts work. If she goes over there and plays, they're gonna suspend her contract until she comes back. Because there's no point in having her under contract and she's not playing the sport where they signed her for. You idiot.
Listen to this one. This Blex S for L said black women are jealous of everybody.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, I got it. Well, let's test that. To the black women in the chat that are watching this right now, are you jealous of Caitlin Clark? Put a yes if you are, put a no if you're not. Let's see what else what are they talking about on here?
Where is the shooting?
Huh?
Where is the shooting? I'm still looking for it.
Listen, this says no, just the fact that Caitlin Clark gets more attention than they do. They're jealous of her popularity, not her basketball stats.
What?
Like I said,
because y'all sent her to SNL.
Like I said, they literally are throwing any and everything at the wall to see what sticks, and none of it is sticking.
And where's the jealousy, sir? She had a decent game against the Sky, and then went to New York and shit the bed. She left with an ear injury. That's your GOAT.
And then, of course, it keeps going down. They keep bringing up the money she's made, I guess, from endorsements. And they're then talking about her being, and then, of course, they're talking about her being white. That's another thing that they're leaning on. It's okay.
Am I allowed to say
you say so?
Am I allowed to say it?
What's that?
Y'all keep playing with this girl's career like this. She's going to end up like Jamarcus Russell. I'm not even trying to say that for shock value. I'm being dead serious. Y'all going to turn her into Jamarcus Russell. All that hype, number one pick, and she's going to be out of the league in 4 years. And we're going to see documentaries 2 years after that. What happened to Caitlin Clark? She'll be back probably in Des Moines, Iowa, where she's from, coaching at a high school, trying to see if she can get another opportunity. Or she'll find that one player that she can mentor. That's what y'all want from her. But I think you secretly want her to turn her right wing. All the way.
All right. So now we already went over to Reek's post. Now let's move on to this next one. Now this one post right here is where they're only focusing on Chennedy Carter. Like they literally just posted up this picture of her and just in the comments, whew, man, it looked like it almost looked like a digital Klan rally underneath this post.
He usually is.
So we have this person named Liv PD Dave. What kind of name is that even as a username? Huh?
That's a cop.
Oh, police department Dave?
Yeah.
Okay. It says
click his thing for a second. Wait a minute. Does it say his full name? Can you click that 1 second?
What's that?
Click his profile. I want to see if he puts his full name.
He doesn't.
Let me see something. His face looks familiar.
I have no clue who this is.
I think he's a cop.
Okay. But he said, meet Chennedy Carter, the Chicago Sky player who cheap shotted Caitlin Clark in the back yesterday, knocking her to the floor, calling her a bitch. Did she call?
Yeah, he said, what now, bitch, and then hit her. That's why he gave it the hip check.
Okay.
Oh, but that's what they're scared of. That word.
He said, raise your hand if you think Chennedy Carter is a disgusting, racist, low-life piece of shit. And of course, he threw up his palm-colored hand.
Is he serious?
Yes, he is. Now, I tell you, the comments is where it gets very interesting. Here's the first one. Jen Voles. She's ugly. Jen, have you seen a mirror lately? On the inside and the outside. This one says, it's all on the video and Carter deserves a suspension for at least one game.
That was a flagrant one.
This other person says the WNBA is complacent in racism by allowing players to blatantly target her with violent and abusive behavior and verbal abuse because she is white. Huh?
Do they not watch these games?
No one is attacking her because she's white.
Oh my God.
But see the narrative they're trying to spin, though. Again, these are the same people that will sit up there and claim that, race is not a thing.
Diana Taurasi got the same treatment. I saw those games in her rookie. They were knocking her to the floor. And she got back in their face.
And then then she finishes it off with the WNBA has exposed itself as a racist league.
But Sabrina Ionescu is one of their top 5 players. Sue Bird is still one of their top 5 players. But they're racist. Sabrina Ionescu literally just sat there and did a charity event with Steph Curry to see who could shoot the most threes. But they're racist. And black people didn't say a word about that. Black people were like, all right, you know what? Steph is going to shoot you out the building, but let me see something.
Now listen to this. This is a straight up dude. So now you are misgendering this woman by calling her a man.
And Leah Thomas is Caitlin Clark's sister.
In women's sports who don't belong, a big bully who's jealous because Caitlin is better than him. So this person referred to a biologically born XX chromosome card-carrying woman as a man. And don't worry, y'all. This isn't the first time they did it. Like I said, they've been calling them studs, lesbians, butch, and men through a lot of these posts.
Oh, did you see what Stephen A. Smith said?
I can only imagine.
This nigga,
man. Oh, trust me, KG, I don't think what he said is any worse than the 3 videos I'm gonna show you at the end. Trust me.
I know.
I think this person got them beat just based on one thing they said. Mm-hmm. This person said, this is why no one cares about the league and why people can care even less now. It's not a serious league, but y'all care up. But where's all this influx coming from saying I watch it now because of Caitlin Clark? If you didn't care so much, then why are you watching it?
I have a question.
What's that?
Chennedy Carter, right? This is what they're talking about, right?
Chennedy Carter, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I have a question. Now I'm looking at her bio, correct? Mm-hmm. She's 25. She's 5'9", 143.
She's the same height as me.
Mm-hmm. Caitlin Clark is 6 feet, 152. She's got 10 pounds on her.
And the height.
So explain to us that somebody with 10 pounds on her and 3 inches can get bullied like that. Maybe that's a Caitlin Clark problem that she needs to address in the off season. Maybe she needs to bulk up.
Then they went on, and this next one says she looks inbred. Another one says, is that a man? Someone else said, I'm not sure. God already punished her with that face.
But someone she makes more money than most of y'all.
Yeah. This one, a shout out to the 400s in the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you haven't done so already. This one says, why are dudes playing in the WNBA? Someone else said, what a sad, low-life human being she is. Another person said, that's a man, baby. Someone else says, is it a trans? This person says, Clark is being targeted in the league by the black players. The league needs to step in and put an end to it.
Oh, Lord. Who targeted her first, sir? Who targeted her first? But all right. The black players are going at her, but it was Miss Ann over there in Phoenix that put it out there. But y'all won't go check her because again, y'all are scared of lesbian women. Your masculinity levels are showing.
Someone else says she wants to grow up to be a great player like Caitlyn.
Did you see that Michelle Obama comment?
No.
Back up a little bit. Right there.
Oh, I didn't even see that because of the way they wrote. I wouldn't have picked that up until you said something.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot I'm gonna leave that one alone. Someone else said, Kennedy, you did yourself, your team, your sports no favors. Stand up and make an apology so all can move on with some. Let's hypothetically say she would make an apology, which I highly doubt she will and would not suggest that she should. That wouldn't be enough because they've been saying she needs to be suspended. They said she needs to be fined and
be arrested.
be arrested, maybe lose some endorsements. So now they're trying to come after her livelihood. But mind you, WNBA players don't get paid that much anyway as it is.
Right. But why are y'all
most of the money they get, most of the money they do get and receive is from endorsements, should they receive some good endorsements.
Right. Why aren't y'all going after Caitlin Clark's?
See, they going again, just like when it goes to black men, they coming after these black women's money. It's always going after their money. I'm gonna read a couple of more and we're gonna continue to move forward because the next one is going to be very interesting. The next one is actually going to be a video. It says Kennedy, I already did that one. Look at this. The hate crime attacks always come from behind.
Oh, so God, here we go.
I
hope you're talking about Daniel Penny when you said that.
Of course not. They were all for when he did what he did. That was self-defense, remember?
Shit.
Is it? And I'm gonna read this. It's two more. I'm gonna read. Should be suspended to send a message that this garbage needs to stop. It wasn't even during a play. She's a classless thug.
What do you mean it wasn't during a play?
It was really like what? Were we watching two different videos?
She was inbounding the ball. That the play is alive.
It wasn't a timeout.
Exactly. It's live ball. What the hell?
Right. It wasn't a dead ball.
God, wait a minute. I should expect this because they don't watch basketball because there's nothing but Negroes. I should expect this.
Now look at this. Is the last one this is the perfect one to end it on. The young American black women are the problem. They are taught hate from the moment they started school all the way through college. Their grandmothers would be ashamed of them, ashamed because that's the complete opposite of what they fought so hard for in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and so on. See, that person, they crashed out to type some bullshit like that.
Them same grandmothers went outside and fought white supremacy. Well, the ones that
which was probably their ancestors.
Shit, he sounds like a tether, especially with that name.
I don't know. I think this is a PC guy.
Wait, go back.
This is the person who wrote that, and then that's PC all the way.
Mm-hmm. We'll assume.
All right. So the next thing we're going to show our first clip, and it's coming from this page that was shared by a woman named Caitlin Green. She says, for everyone that is upset about what Chennedy Carter, quote unquote, did to Caitlin Clark, don't forget which y'all corn kids were cool with just a few months ago. Clark let everyone know the type of player she was. Her reputation, good and bad, precedes itself. Quit crying, #NBA. So this was a shove that Caitlin Clark did. And I'm going to play it for you. It's only 4 seconds.
Yeah, that was college.
Huh? But it wasn't that long ago. This was actually back in, I think they said in November.
Yeah,
I think they said it happened in November. Yeah. So watch this. So it's Caitlin Clark right there, and this is the player that she's checking.
Underneath, or something against Clark, which
now you tell me.
Underneath, or something.
That should be a flagrant.
Clearly, like I'll play it again just in case y'all didn't catch it.
Underneath, or something against.
Straight pushed her. And that's not the first time that she's done that.
Mm-hmm.
There's several clips online that will show you her doing that several times. But they never call they rarely call her on it, and her stands or her so-called fans never call it out either. Now, like I said, this was from this season, but you had people coming up and look at this. This is how you know they don't pay attention. Look at this. That had to be years ago.
What?
That's how they started their statement off. That had to be years ago. Oh, look at the crowd. The extended clip also shows her repeatedly bumping into Clark, but the main difference is refs got. So you thought this was during the pandemic when we were social distancing because it wasn't that? No, that's because a lot of people don't go to those games. Fact. That was just how the crowd looked, at least from that angle.
We just got into college when the pandemic hit.
I mean, let's look at this for a second. If this was during the pandemic, like, you know, and people, they were just starting to let people back in, why is everybody sitting so close together, and why does everyone not have on a mask if that was the case?
Thank you.
Like
why really, is most of the place not topped off?
Exactly. Dumbass. Like I told y'all,
this was an early season game.
Exactly. This was like the person who posted it said this was back in November of last year. Not even a whole year has passed.
Hey, retards, let me help you. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that word on your platform. When it comes to college basketball, most people, unless you're a diehard, do not watch it until about January when you start doing the seedings and positioning yourself for the tournament in March. Nobody cares about November, December. Because a lot of that is non-conference games. So they're not the elite matchups. Once you get past Christmas break, that's when you start playing your division opponents.
Yeah. Now look at this next person says, salty LSU fans are the best. Never change. Well, at least LSU won a championship against the person that you are so fond of now. Now let's talk about it. And the person came back and posted up when they won that championship.
Mm-hmm.
Can Iowa say the same in the last 2 years? Nope.
No.
Now this one says LSU fan crying over something Caitlin Clark did in college, rent free. And then she came back and posted that famous clip.
Angel Reese will always have that.
Exactly. Someone says, this is just getting embarrassing. Why is anyone defending Chennedy Carter's actions? This was years ago. Why do y'all keep saying this was years ago? It wasn't even a whole year ago. From where that shows you right there.
This was literally this past season.
That's how you know they don't be watching those games. They think this is from years ago. They don't be watching.
The news didn't tell them nothing. The news bypassed this.
Exactly. They didn't tell them what to watch. I'm like this. If y'all just discovered Caitlin Clark last year after, they played LSU, then what they should have did was stay and continue to watch her, but they didn't. They fell off until, like you said, the media said it was okay for them to watch again.
How much you want to bet if you would have asked them straight up without Googling, tell me the conference that Caitlin Clark was in? They couldn't tell you. They would either tell you the ACC or the SEC.
And look at this. It says, of course, it's an LSU fan crying, and the person replied with another one of these. Like, they got the replies ready.
Exactly.
Look at this one. It says, hello, less famous Caitlin.
Okay, so what? And
this person says, perfect example of lying about this. Show what the other player was doing prior to that. She deserved it. Nice try. So it's fine that Caitlin can be aggressive the way that she is, but no one can be aggressive towards her. Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud.
Exactly. You're supposed to just take it.
Exactly.
When she comes down the court with the ball, the seas should part. The lane should be open. And guess what? When the lane's open, she'd miss a layup.
Protect the delicate dandelion is what they're saying. Look at this. You are wrong and not even close on the time frame, but Clark can handle it. And I agree she can dish it out, but she's the best in the league and has professionalism to boot.
How?
Everyone is jealous of her ability.
How is she the best? Asia Wilson is whooping the league's ass right now. How is she the best?
Look at
How?
This one. Oh, this one is funny. The white guilt is strong with this one.
The white guilt. See? But I tell you,
like, and y'all, this was a white woman that posted that clip. They will turn on their own. They are not liking this Caitlin Green because she had the nerve to actually call out Caitlin Clark's fans, quote unquote, for basically being extremely biased. And she knows why. And she knows why they're being biased. And they're telling her right there in the thread without actually saying it. But we know what they're saying.
They're scared of going at them lesbians. That's what it is.
Oh, we got another one. Y'all really sad at this point, bringing in clips from 3 to 4 years ago.
How does she look the same 3-4 years ago? Have you seen her pictures 3-4 years ago? I have.
Oh, listen, look at this. They said, oh, listen to this. Someone says, do you have the whole play? Why is it cut so short? Well, that's the flex that didn't work for them because they said the whole thing doesn't make her look any better. So let's look at the whole thing since they asked for it.
Challenge on the offensive end of scoring against a much bigger defender.
There you go.
Martin.
Now that's
Where's the problem? And she had her hands up.
Yep. And that's the full clip. Her team looked like they was about to get up and come on the court and beat her ass. Like they was prepared to do it.
Let me guess, the white girl was talking stuff, right?
Since they wanted to ask for the whole clip, there it is.
Scoring against a much bigger defender.
Right there. Denise said, did she get away with it?
No, she got caught. I think she got a flagrant on
Martin.
that. No, she got a tech. I remember she got a
Clark
tech.
is really frustrated.
But check this out.
Some contact.
White folk, if she's really to go, why did her father check her? Why did he tell her to shut up?
Mm-hmm.
With her defender, I think it's a shooting foul underneath.
See, this is the clip right here that she posted. But she said, oh, you want to see the full one?
Or something against Clark, which they may now elevate to a...
And the thing is, even if you didn't see the full clip, that alone was enough. See, what they're mad at is the person, this Caitlin Green person, she got off code.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. That's what it boils down to. She got off code. And they keep going. See, all they can hit her with is, you're an LSU fan. Why do you keep showing a clip from 3 or 4 years ago, even though it was from November of last year? So not even a whole year. And you're a hater and all this. Exactly.
Her Angel Reese and Flau'jae Johnson, when they raise it next year, they will be in attendance.
Look at this. Big difference. One did it face to face. The other one was a coward and blindsided.
What?
I don't need
what
to
do you
read
mean
no
it was
more.
blindsided?
I don't need to read no more of this because they're making fools of themselves. Like, she literally checkmate them with this clip. Like, they can't do nothing but say some bullshit. That's all they've been showing.
They conveniently forgot that she was talking shit on the play before.
Right.
All right.
So let's move on to the next one, y'all. We still moving along, and we still got quite a few to go through. So I told y'all we're gonna be here for a little bit. So we have this one right here from Emo Jimmy, who ironically has in their profile, their avatar, a picture of Jimmy Butler, but we know it's not a black person running this account. They said, look how hyped Angel Reese is on the bench after Caitlin Clark takes a cheap shot. So this is like after it happens, and now they're trying. So for those of y'all who never saw the clip that they keep going off about, this is it right here. But now they found a way to bring Angel Reese into the fold because Angel Reese had dared clapped for her teammate. So that's how they bring Angel Reese into it. So now they done she basically called a stray. Did you see it was another one that involved Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese when she was trying to get it and then went trying to box her out. And
yeah, that was the play before this.
And then Angel Reese that flop was worse than this.
No, Lollapapa, that's Chennedy Carter. Angel Reese was on the bench. Angel's the one on the sideline. And Angel was clapping for Kennedy because he said, "You don't take that shit."
Angel Reese barely touched her.
Facts.
She was
fighting for the rebound.
She got knocked over by oxygen.
Facts.
See what Angel Reese just did. That's what they was upset about when she stood up and clapped for her.
Yeah, she told her, "Don't take that shit off of her. Don't you do it."
Oh, look, we got our first troll. I'm surprised it took over an hour for them to pop in. Mark, the fuck is that your name? Y'all already know what I said, y'all. When y'all see some
Hey Punk, why don't you come tell me that in about an hour? Come tell me all this. I'll start off the show with this. Come tell me.
Y'all already know it. Y'all already have my permission. The minute y'all see something that doesn't look right, get them up out of here.
No,
if y'all got a wrench,
Mark,
use it.
Y'all Caitlin Clark fans kill me because y'all know better. Y'all know better. Y'all claim the low ball. Y'all know better. Because if a man did this, y'all wouldn't be crying. Just admit that you like participation trophies.
Now let's see what this emo Jimmy got to say. Listen to this. I just lost Angel Reese thousands of fans on accident. You think you thought you did something? Yo, I want you to understand. You know, KG, how you tell, like you be saying, like the people on the political side, they don't go outside. These people don't go outside either.
They don't touch no type of grass.
None. They don't even let the sun touch. Well, if the sun
they don't. They too scared to even go to Klan rallies.
I'm about to say if the sun touches them, then
Jesus.
And it's starting to get warm. So let's see here. Now they posted up a picture of Angel Reese's stats from that particular game.
That's like when that idiot last night kept telling me that she's not a shooter. When was she a shooter?
Exactly.
That's not her game.
That's not her position to be a shooter.
Oh Lord.
See, like you said, they own themselves. Let them talk long enough.
You go play inside with them females and don't think you ain't gonna come out of there with no 2 for 9.
Listen, so this one says, insane the hate she gets for just bringing the league more fans. Why do the players hate her so much? I'm starting to think Reese is Caitlin's biggest hater. That attitude is how you lose to a team that's 1-8. Angel deserves every moment of soaking in this loss to Caitlin Clark. Okay, they lost by what? 1 point?
1 point.
Meanwhile, the next story, let me not jump ahead of myself. Let's not jump ahead. I think I was about to reveal it, but let's not jump ahead.
They're so dumb.
It says she's obsessed with Clark. Caitlin Clark lives in Reese's head rent free.
No, she doesn't.
I somehow doubt that.
What? Okay, again, white folk, let me explain something to you. Cardozo is back and she's going to start soon. When they start rattling off wins, we ain't going to hear none of this.
Oh, another person popped up in this chat. This Oxford graduate. Y'all hating on Caitlin because she's balling as a white girl. No one. Okay.
We didn't even bring up her race not one time.
Notice there's other white people that keep bringing up her race, but these are again the same people that said they don't talk about race.
Hey, Oxford
not
graduate.
One black person.
You need to get back that money.
I promise you, not one black person who has had a critique of Caitlin Clark ever made it about her race. Now, when we're critiquing these comments from these so-called fans, they are the ones that's bringing up race.
Exactly. I literally did the show last night. I didn't bring up her race not one time. Not
and by the way, make sure y'all block that Oxford, whoever that person. They probably even go to Oxford.
No, he went to some restaurant named the Oxford.
He went to Oxtail.
Why are you bringing Jamaicans into this?
I'm sorry. I couldn't think of anything.
I know. I blame the government for making Caribbean Heritage Month. I blame them for it. They could at least done that in September. I get it, but Oxford graduate boy. And if you're a graduate, you need to go back and redo it because you dumb as hell.
Oh, this post right here was the one I was looking for, but I couldn't remember where it was. This Dennis person says, this proves why men probably never and won't watch unless Caitlin Clark is on the court. Listen, I can watch a WNBA game with her not being on the court. where I'm currently employed at, I've seen several before Caitlin Clark was even a thing. It says these players are all exposing themselves for the angry lesbians that most of them are. Poor sportsmanship. Now, let me just say this. Bringing up these women's sexuality and all types of stuff like that. What if it happened to come out, quite literally, that Caitlin Clark played for the other team? What y'all gonna say then?
They're gonna say she's the greatest lesbian player of all time. She's the GOAT.
Listen to this. It says there's probably a reason why Reese is on the bench and not on the court with Clark. She just got off the court, you dumbass.
Dude, it was the end of the third quarter. She was getting rest. They don't watch ball. They just told
they really don't
watch ball. Oh Lord. They don't watch ball. It's sad watching them tell on themselves.
This one says LMAO Angel can say all the politically correct shit she wants for the media. She don't like Caitlin Clark.
She literally said it. What are you talking about? She literally said it last year. She ain't got a problem with the critter.
Listen to this. It says in her welcome to the teammate who decked her. She decked her. She didn't punch her.
She hip checked her. She told her, don't take that. Let me explain something to you non-ball players. If you allow your opponent or someone you're D'ing up do that to you, they're going to be in your head. They're going to mess with you. You have to show them on the first sign of aggression that you're not going to take that. When they trash talk you, you trash talk them back. That's how you get respect. Look at that image right there.
That's why I put it right there.
Look at that image. Taurasi was laughing when she saw this. This is exactly what she was talking about. Ma'am, you're in the big girl league now. I get it. Y'all was watching this soft era of NBA. Every time they have their halitosis on these players, they want to call it flagrant. I get it. But there also comes a point that you can't whine too much to the refs because then they're going to say you're soft. They're going to test you. And pretty soon the refs are not going to start calling everything. So that next hip check, you may go into the stands. They're going to keep playing. And what y'all going to say? You need to fire the refs? Y'all need to let that girl grow and realize that if she's going to be in it for 10, 15 years, she's going to have to go through this. She's going through it now as a rookie. When she becomes a veteran, she's going to have to go through it. And hopefully, if the way y'all talking, if she becomes one of the greatest players of all time, that next rookie that's going to come in and she going to want to make a name for herself, she going to have to stand up to that. Because that young lioness is going to want to take her old ass out. What is she going to do? Cry at 32, 33 years old that I should be getting these calls because I'm Caitlin Clark? They're not going to want to hear that. They're going to tell you, go play the game. These refs stand up to NBA superstars all the time. You think they're going to let some little white girl go? And that's when I bring race into it. You think they're going to let this little white girl who's 6'2" try to muscle them? They don't want to hear that shit.
And I thought it was funny about this clip because it's like it starts off with her going to talk to the ref about what happened. And then the next thing you know, it cuts right to Angel Reese giving her teammate a hug and basically telling her good job.
Exactly.
This right here is what plays rent free in their head. That is what plays rent free in their head.
Y'all think this is a soft ass league?
They think because it's women, it's a soft league. It's really not. They play aggressive.
I've played against women. They got worse defense, not in a bad way, but they got worse defense than the men. They will put hands all over you because they could get away. And so that's how you gotta like this shit,
right?
I saw a motherfucker. I was playing with these.
They'll play dirty,
bro. They had to check out because he said he got a pause because she grabbed him there.
They'll do it if they play. You know what? Perfect example. Just watch the movie Love and Basketball. What did she do when they were playing? When they was playing 1-on-1 in the dorm room, she grabbed his junk.
Mm-hmm.
And what did he do? Went back and grabbed her breasts.
Yeah,
that might have been in a movie, but I'm sure in real life, if it was to play out in real life, that's probably what they would try to do. Of course, if it was a real thing, that would most likely definitely be a foul. But if you're playing on like street ball, then if you're playing street ball, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and the chicks don't even mind it too much. It's the dudes that'll come out and be like, "Yo, don't do that, don't do that." I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah,
I thought there were no rules.
Now look at this, Michael Bruno. They tried to be PC with this one. They said, at what point are people going to acknowledge the common denominator and the true underlying root of what's going on? Or are we going to keep pretending? Dude, if you just go ahead and say what you want to say, we know you want to say it.
So what happens when she gets into a brawl with a white girl?
They're going to say that her great-great-great-grandparent or great someone was black.
Or she was hanging around them niggers too much. The niggers is too much. What you know what I want, Most High? I know I shouldn't be asking you for this, but can we just get a Caitlin Brink, Caitlin Clark fight one time? Can we just at least get that? It'll end all this. Wait till what's her name, Paige Bruckers comes in and she's the new darling if she declares, and knock her right off. No, in the mix, there will be a story. All them black commentators come outside and say this is unbecoming of the sport. They'll basically say them white girls shouldn't be fighting each other.
Look at this. Not liking someone is one thing. Actively cheering when they get pushed to the floor, she's on the haterade.
They've never watched basketball back in the day. They've never watched it.
It's like
right now.
It's like have y'all not watched one NBA game?
They used to throw fists. What do you mean? When they commit hard fouls, you go back in the huddle. Your teammates big you up. You're not supposed to take that. TD, how many times have I told you ABL or the X is not the same as ABL or YouTube?
He's really not.
That's why he don't promote his X, because if his audience saw what he tweets over there, they'd leave.
He's really not. Trust me. Like how he is here on YouTube versus how he is on X is two different personalities. That's why I said he's basically a fence straddler.
Well, shout out to you though, brother. Did you go to Ralph's today?
But yeah, that's pretty much that particular post right now. But now we're going to get into our first article, and this is a good segue in point 2, because this is about that game where they lost to the New York Liberty.
Here we go. Here comes 2,000 Mules. Here we go.
By 36 points. Oh,
do you see that comment on the bottom?
What?
This 2,000 Mules said 2,000 Mules. I would change that name if I were you, because your boy is getting sued right now. I would change that. You said you guys don't really know basketball. Paige Bruckers, and you can't even spell her name right. And Caitlin Clark have been friends since high school. They represent the USA as kids. That's wonderful. They're going to be on 2 different teams. Friendship goes out the window. They can chill after the game. When she's on the court, she's going to be a dog on her, because she's going to want to elevate herself. So try again. And I knew that. But again, change that name unless you want to be associated with Dinesh the Felon.
Damn.
Wait till I do my show and I show that. Torian, you're gonna have a field day.
With Dinesh?
You know he's getting sued for that documentary. Yeah, that documentary. They said it was full of lies.
What documentary?
2,000 Mules.
Oh.
He's talking about trafficking. Everything they said, they figured out everything he said in there was a lie. Him and the production company are getting sued.
Well, oh well.
There you go. What is it you always say? I feel nothing. Well, except laughter when I do the story.
So we got this right here. It says, and this is coming from ESPN. It says Clark struggles, Boston X's as fever rooted by Liberty. It says Caitlin Clark had just one basket. That's how the story starts off. Had one basket, and it was that 1 3 that she hit, and 3 points in the worst game of her young pro career. And the New York Liberty rooted the Indiana Fever 104-68 in front of 17,000 401 fans at Barclays Center on Sunday night. That's practically a sold out crowd.
That was routed, by the way.
Routed. Okay, my bad. I thought it was rooted. My bad. Yeah. Routed. 17,401. That's basically a sellout crowd. And for a WNBA game, that's very impressive. So
yeah, paid up, and you know they're gonna hype that up, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, they may have lost by 36 points. She might have only gotten one basket, but I mean, she's now her
sold out the arena.
But you know, the arena was sold out because people came to see her. So you mean to tell me that all them people came there to see them?
Not that because the Liberty 7-2.
Exactly. Mind you, the New York Liberty is a very good team. They're very high up in the standings.
Right. Not because of Sabrina. You right. You right.
I still remember to this day when Teresa Weatherspoon hit that half-court shot years ago. What a moment that was.
Oh yeah.
It says Clark shot 1 for 10 from the field. It was the lowest point total in field goal rate in a game during both her time in the WNBA and college. I think collectively as a team, we understand I think that's a typo.
No, she's right. I think collectively as a team, we understand who is. I guess they forgot to put is.
Yeah, the head of the monster is on that team, and we are trying to just make everything tough and difficult. Liberty guard Sabrina Ionescu said of Clark. Obviously, they came off a back-to-back, so it's a little bit tough for them as well, but she'll figure it out. It's not that big of a deal to have a game like that.
White girl kept it on code.
Who is I hope I don't butcher her name, but is her name Benicia?
Benija.
I
guess maybe Benija.
Lainey Hamilton. Excuse us if we mispronounced it. I think I butchered your name. Excuse me. Lainey Hamilton scored 20, and Jonquel Jones added 18 for the Liberty, who were nearing the end of the easy win when Clark left the game.
Bro, I forgot to send you a screenshot. You can keep reading though. I want you to see the screenshot because you just mentioned that woman, that young lady's name.
Who, Jonquel Jones?
Yeah, I want you to see this screenshot.
This is Clark, the number 1 pick in April's draft, played the first few minutes of the fourth quarter before exiting, holding her ear for a bit as she left the court. So she left the game early. It says she was hurt while getting bumped on a screen. Clark was fine afterwards.
She went out with an ankle injury. I sent you the screenshot on X.
Okay. It says the Fever had another scary moment a few minutes later when Aaliyah Boston went down awkwardly with an ankle injury after she was fouled. She gingerly walked off the court and back to the locker room. Indiana coach Christy Sides didn't have an update on the extent of Boston's injury, but last season's Rookie of the Year seemed to be okay while walking around in front of the locker room. Indiana was playing the second game of a back-to-back set. The Fever 2-9 beat the Chicago Sky on Saturday by 1 point. The Fever have had a brutal stretch to the start of the season with 11 games in the first 20 days, including playing the New York three times now. Their legs were shot. I mean, that's where everything stems from. Your legs when you shoot the basketball, especially for threes. They're shot, they're gassed, so everything was a little short. The Liberty took advantage of the tired Fever, racing out to a 31-13 lead after one quarter. Lainey Hamilton and Breonna Stewart each had 7 points in the opening 10 minutes as New York pushed the pace. Clark was scoreless in the first quarter. Damn. Starting off the second quarter with a logo three-pointer, she was constantly hounded defensively by Lainey Hamilton and Kayla Thornton. Clark did finish with 5 assists, and she has now led or co-led the Fever in assists in all 11 games this season, extending the second longest such streak to start a career in the WNBA history. New York led 55-37 at the break. Indiana got within 12 early in the third quarter before the Liberty blew open the game. Kelsey Mitchell scored 21 points to lead Indiana. So New York basically had to lead the entire game. The entire game, and it was a gap every single time. And it's like they just gave up after the around the fourth quarter. They just gave up. That's crazy. But let me check the screenshot you just sent me.
That's how deep it goes. Pause.
Hold on, let me see if I can open this up in another tab so the people can see it. All right. Want to explain to the people what they're looking at?
This was third quarter. The third quarter just started. Now, on ESPN, in most sports websites, they tell you who's like the player they're tracking for both teams, who's having the best game. Now, mind you, Caitlin Clark was having a horrible game. I forget the name of the other player. She was like she led the team in scoring that night. Mm-hmm. Explain to me how she was the top performer. Explain this to me. When there were other players that had more points. Explain this.
Exactly. And we can just look at the points right here. Jonquel Jones has 15 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. And Caitlin has 3 points, and it was the only point she scored the entire game. And it wasn't even in the first quarter.
So I need this explained to us.
Yeah. If people don't see the bias, I don't know what to tell you.
Like, I have this website. They sitting here talking about, they're basically saying in the same thing, they need to fire the coach.
I wouldn't argue that. But yep, there you go. This is my first time seeing this.
Yeah, I saw this during my lunch break, and I was like, bruh. Because I looked at it, I was like, she's the top performer with 3 points. So you mean everybody on the team damn near got like 3, 4, 5 points? That's it? But then I looked at the stats, and the leading scorer, she was in double figures already. So how is she not the top player? Why are you hyping her up? That doesn't make sense.
Good question.
No, Gregor, she's not a shy shooter. She's a volume shooter, and she's got exposed.
Yep, so y'all see it right there. And I read the article, and they ran down the points. They even ended it off with the person on Indiana who had 21 points. So how in the hell did she not get the top performer? Okay, if you say so, but you know her stands ain't going to say nothing about that. But we go on now to the next theme. And I hate to bring him up, but we got to anyway. Emmanuel Acho. So he posted this. He said WNBA updates following Caitlin Clark and Chennedy Carter incident. So we're going back to that. Now listen to this. Carter has been assessed a flagrant 1.
That's the
Angel Reese was fined $1,000 for not appearing to media post game.
I support her on that.
And the Chicago Sky fined $5,000 for players not complying with media mandates.
I give them credit for that too, because we already know what was going to happen. Every question was going to be about Caitlin.
Yep.
I'm surprised they didn't put the $25 fine on what's her name on Chennedy, because they fined her for saying I'm not taking any Caitlin Clark questions.
Oh, I guess he missed that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what ended up happening. But hey, it is what it is. So that's the only thing. That's really the only thing that I can really. You know what? Let me look and see. I'm just curious though, because the people in the comments, I know people in the comments probably have something to say about this. Look at this, Chuck Thomas. WNBA realizes if Caitlin Clark gets hurt, we will all just forget about this league again.
So you're just telling us you're fake fans.
Exactly. And you don't speak for the collective.
Facts. Y'all weren't there when Shamiko Holdsclaw was dominating the league. Y'all weren't there.
Shamika was killing it back in the day. Now that was a franchise player. Listen to this. Breaking. Chicago Sky fined 60% of their annual revenue. No wonder why they're mad.
Yes, Seven Samham, they can't fine you if you don't talk to the media.
Oh yeah, because remember that's what happened to with Marshawn Lynch when he said that, when he did the infamous thing of I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
This one says it's going to take Angel Reese 2 weeks to make that money back. I highly doubt it. She won't even miss that $1,000. That's a drop in the bucket for her. But then again, there they go again. Pocket watching. It says, so Reese caught 2 L's in one night. I don't know why they think Angel Reese having to pay $1,000 fine is going to hurt her in any way. Do they not know that this woman just became part owner of the DC football soccer club, the soccer club?
Mm-hmm. So she's gonna get revenue when she
right when she's not playing.
And imagine if they win a championship.
Oh, and that's her most recent endorsement. She probably has some other stuff on the back burner that we don't know about.
She could get the money from Shaq. She could literally call up Shaq and be like, listen, can you front me $1,000 so I can pay this fine? Shaq be like, all right, yeah, I can do that. I'll do that.
Now, look, they said the commercial flights are around the corner. They make it seem like commercial flights are a bad thing, especially if it's with your team. It's not a bad thing. You got the whole plane to yourself. Do you know how big those commercial planes are?
Facts. Okay, and you might have to be on there with some people. So what?
Yeah.
They're gonna cordon y'all off. All right, you might have to deal with some fans, but okay. So what?
Oh, this person thought they was doing something. Watch this. Sounds like Kennedy has a chippity on her shouldery.
Is that supposed to be funny?
To them, I suppose, which is why they only got 26 likes and no reposts and no comments. This person says, up the fines, make them feel it. Okay. Someone says Carter should also be fined for the blatant check. Why do so many lesbians hate Caitlin Clark anyhow?
How do you know she's lesbian though? Did she ever tell you what she was? And what if she is a lesbian? So what?
It's a good. I hope going forward they start dropping the hammer on players doing entirely too much.
Bruh. Okay, we found another reason why. I'm gonna put this in the private chat for you. We found another reason why that the way y'all having this girl hyped up, she's not gonna make it. Go look at that article I just sent you.
He want to trade it.
Mm-hmm. But this was the same boyfriend who her and her brother were sitting there liking tweets that were hating on Angel Reese. Now he want her to leave.
Hold on, I'll share it. Because I didn't know about this one. Hold on,
I just saw it.
Let's make a little pivot.
Yeah, because I was looking up to see if an old girl had a boyfriend or something.
Yeah, so for those of y'all who don't know, this is Caitlin Clark and this is her boyfriend. And it says Caitlin Clark's boyfriend is demanding move from the Fever. So he wants her traded. Why would you want her traded? She's the number 1 pick.
And where's she gonna go, sir?
Exactly.
Who's
this early in this, and this is her rookie year. See, if y'all were Caitlin Clark's quote unquote fans. Now, if you want to be outraged about something, this is one thing right here you should be mad about, that her boyfriend wants her to leave.
So she's going to be labeled a quitter now.
He's going to be a hindrance to her career
because she'll be labeled a quitter, and you can't get that off.
Scoop said, "I thought that was her father."
Oh, we seen the father. The father checked her. We seen it.
Yeah, we heard about the father's the only one I think in her life that's probably telling her what she's supposed to hear and not what she wants to hear. He's not an enabler like all these sycophants like Harvey says out here.
Mm-hmm. Where are you going to trade her to? Where are you going to trade her to?
Right, like the season is still in the beginning. Like
it's not even that. Okay, you trade her to, okay, let's just say for argument's sake, they trade her. I'm down here in Atlanta. They trade her to the Dream. She's still going to have to play these same teams.
Right.
You're not doing anything.
Don't send her to the Mystics.
I don't even think you guys need her. You're going to wait. Why don't you trade her to Toronto when they get their team in 2 years? She go play in Canada. You're gonna send her to the West Coast. They play rougher out there, and you're gonna have to see Diana Taurasi more often than you would see her now. I don't think she wants that smoke. Her contract, I think, is 3 years.
Yeah. But now I have to show y'all something that came from this post. This post that I made today is what literally is the reason why we are live right now. Because like I said, I was going to go live about this on another day, but I decided to embrace villainy at the wee hours of the morning when I posted up a 7-word post on X when I said, Caitlin Clark is a bust, deal with it. Now look at all of this. 597 comments, 104 reposts, 397 likes, and over 29,000 views. I posted that 8 hours ago when I was leaving the gym. The sun was just starting to come up. And when I got home,
this nigga chose violence before breakfast.
Oh, yes, I did. I didn't have nothing in the system except some water and a protein shake. And I posted this up and I left it alone. It took me about 30 minutes to get back home. And when I got back home, man, they were livid. So now we're going to go through this post.
And asshole. I'm just going to say it, fam. You're an asshole.
And see what the people had to say. Because the thing is, they have no idea. Sometimes I will post triggering things, but I don't think I ever got a response quite like that. They were insanely mad about this post. So we got this one up here named Wildcat Enjoyer. Was Kobe a bust too? Rookie year? LMAO.
Kobe came off the bench. He was playing behind Eddie Jones. Learn ball.
And you replied to, you said he was on the bench, dumbass. And someone else said they didn't force Kobe on no one. In fact, he came off the bench. They gave him a chance to grow behind more experienced vets, which they're not doing with Caitlin Clark, because they literally, for her, it's like, what is a bench? They literally thrusted her out there. They literally threw her to the wolves. Someone else said, really? Someone said Kobe played behind Eddie Jones. He didn't start. See, this wasn't the flex they thought it was. See, they already off to the wrong foot as it is.
And look at this one of the Drew Bird.
8 points off the bench his rookie year. It was his rookie year. And he was on the bench. That's not surprising to anybody.
Exactly. I even showed somebody the fucking scouting report they had on Kobe. They said he got the intelligence, but he's coming out of high school. He doesn't seem like he's ready. Now,
like I said, some of the responses were very funny. Like, actually, not some of them, all of them were. So, and shout out to the fourth. Now, how ironic, when I pull up my tweet, the viewers go up. It's like y'all was waiting for this. Yeah, y'all was okay. We see y'all like to be petty too, but that's fine. Shout out to the 425 that's in here. So we got this next one that said she's not a bust. She's averaging 15 points per game and 6 assists. She's still a rookie and taking some hard hits, but she's only going to get better. Remember how the Pistons used to hammer Jordan? Hell, Jordan never beat Bird Celtics and got swept. He did get better, though.
Oh, my God. Stop saying that. Because y'all anointed her the GOAT.
Exactly.
We didn't anoint Jordan the GOAT yet. That took 92. Stop.
Now y'all see why. Now y'all see why I wrote this. Like I said, it was a bait post, and they fell for it. This was for me to draw out all of those so-called fans my direction, just so I can get on here with KG and y'all and clown them.
Fam, You keep telling us that she's a rookie and taking hard hits. Y'all sat there in college and watched her play and said that she should be able to get past that. She was scoring 31 points a game. Y'all set her up for failure, but you're now seeing that she can't live up to your hype. So now you want to pivot to other factors. Just say that she needed to learn. We would have left y'all alone.
This person says, Black people try not to hate on Caitlin Clark challenge impossible. See, that's the thing. Where in my post did I say in these 7 words anything about her being white?
It came from you and you're Black. That's what it is.
Exactly. So that's just how they interpret it.
But again, and then when we talk, we don't mention race. And we never can't understand it. They can't understand it because listen, I get it. And Black people, you might call me off code for this. If you good on the court, we don't care what color you are.
Right.
We really don't.
You know how many Black people love Larry Bird?
Shit.
And Dirk Nowitzki?
Shit. You know how many Black
so
people ruled for Dirk Nowitzki in 2011 to beat Miami? The fuck? What are you talking about? We were on Jason Williams for how long? Yeah, white people, y'all didn't even claim him. Y'all need to knock this off, boy. Y'all making it about race. We're not. We look at the skill set. She got the skill set. It ain't translating right now. Is she good? We'll give her props. We will. But right now, we're following your narrative. You want to hype her up? Cool. We're going to watch every game, just like we did, and we're going to point out the flaws. See, y'all can't point out the flaws like we do. Y'all can't do it because I still haven't seen none of you white people really sit down and really break down her games. We don't see it. Y'all always focus on the bullshit.
And you left the reply. You was going in though. Like I saw the replies you was leaving. You said all you punk asses that swear this girl is nice. Explain how she scored 3 points last night and quit on her team. Now I see someone
she left with an ear injury. Jordan would never have left with an ear injury.
No one replied to you. Oh,
of course not.
You replied to yourself.
They can't explain that. She left. She left in the fourth quarter.
Now this is a conversation that me and FBA Chucky D got into. He says, we tried telling them the mayonnaise community, but every time we pointed out, they get their panties in a bunch. I said in the last video I did of her back in April that if she didn't deliver immediately, she would be a bust. And her quote unquote fans are trying to overhype her even when she loses, much like in college. Let's go through this part because I think this one right here is where a lot of thread within a thread conversations were starting to happen. This Joel Chandler said, doesn't she lead all rookies in scoring?
She's a volume shooter. She better lead them in scoring. She's a volume shooter. But look at the percentages and you tell me that's your GOAT. She's shooting worse from 3 than she is from inside the 3-point arc. She can't drive the ball. And when it's
it's like they're being Captain Obvious. It's like they're being Captain Obvious.
But remember, they called me crazy for saying that. She has no handle. Because if your shot's not working, go in the paint. She's averaging 4 to 6 trips to the line. Come on. That's not going to get it done.
Then you have this other person says she's the only player in WNBA history besides Anasku to get 150 points, 50 rebounds, and 50 assists in the first 10 games. How was that a bust?
Oh, God. Again. She's volume shooting. That's not hard. It's really not. Especially if your bread and butter is three-pointers. That's not that hard. But y'all won't talk about them turnovers.
Or them 3 points that she got the other night. That one.
Y'all ain't saying shit.
Someone else says bro doesn't know what a bust is.
She's Jamarcus Russell right now. She got time to get out of that.
Another one says she just put up 30 points. Someone else says she's averaging.
And they lost.
Points. She's averaging 15 points a game. Isn't a bust. It says she's averaging about the same as Diana Taurasi did as a rookie.
And Diana Taurasi is one of the greatest players that ever played the game.
Someone said she lost a lot in college. She's like 115 and 26 in her career. And mind y'all, these
never even said that.
And mind you, y'all, the last 3 responses that I read here, all came from black men throwing on the cape for her.
When did we ever talk about her?
I just had to throw that out there.
When did we talk about her college career? We said she was a bust.
Yeah, we're talking about her now. We're not talking about college. We're talking about you want to keep talking about college. All we got to keep bringing up is the fact that she went to the NCAA championship twice and lost both times. That's the conversation ended right there. I don't care how many stats you bring up. Did she get a ring? No, she didn't. Oh, y'all can talk about her losing to Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky, losing about 1 point. But guess what? At least Angel Reese can say she left college with a ring.
What's the point of averaging 15 points a game if your team is 2-8? And she's a guard.
And someone else, and shout out that guy from X. He had to check. He says, rookies. You know how many rookies starting that got drafted and getting the same minutes as Caitlin Clark? This can't be your go-to point. 1 in 10 last night. I literally exposed all of them, all the people that's replying to this, just with 7 words. And the thing is, all I had to do was post that, and I let everybody else clown them. And that's exactly what I did. Now, this other person says, nah, you were just mad for 2 reasons. Okay, they about to tell me why I'm mad. 1, she is a rookie and the best player in the league. And 2, she is white. And that's the part that drives you nuts.
I responded to him. To him. Click that.
He says, she's the best. Asia Wilson is whipping that ass right now, but you know that if you actually watch the ball. And they said, oh, yeah, this is the one. She has played 10 games, genius.
He ran away from his own narrative.
Right.
He ran away from his own narrative. She's the best. How is she the best? And she's not averaging a double-double. She's not averaging over 20 points. How is she the best?
You said, don't run from the narratives now. You all put it out there that she was this insane talent, capable of dominating the league this early against this superior talent pool. And I don't see the other reply. So this one says, me when you claim Caitlin Clark is the best player in the league. Yeah, I know what movie that came from. So this person says, way too early to say that, but she needs to get her weight up. I said, it's not too early. Meanwhile, you have people saying that she is the next insert star basketball player's name. You can't tell me I'm lying when people keep comparing her to Jordan and Kobe and LeBron and Kobe. Like, man, yeah, like you comparing to all these people who don't even have the same. Like, what do you think? It's a one stat size fits all?
Michael Jordan has a college. He has a college ring,
and you got to think Jordan played in a different time.
Exactly. He played when the Big East was the Big East. If you had to see the Big East, you got scared. Steph Curry went on a legendary run with a team that's usually not in the power conferences like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she had 2 great seasons where she made back-to-back finals appearances. She didn't win. Okay. So she knows it's harder out there. Y'all letting her rest on her laurels because she was scoring 31 points in college. It don't translate here. Just like with Angel, she went 18-13. It don't translate here. She's 10-8 now.
Mm.
And again, I'm going to say it. Cardoza just came back. Let me see them both play like that. Y'all got to stop doing this. Y'all going to ruin that girl.
Now we got this other one says LMAO. So the bust is leading rookies in points.
It means nothing.
Second in rebounds, third in. See, they were so itching to get this troll response out that they mistyped some things. Second in rebounds, third and still second in blocks, first in player efficiency. So everyone in the draft is a bust. Cool.
We're not saying they're busts. We're saying that y'all got to stop. It's their first year. Let them grow. You see how we backed off of Angel? We didn't put that hype on her. We were like, damn, she's good. Let me see what she does in the league now. She's going through the growing pains. And she's responded as a champion does. This is a new experience. I'm going to have to get used to it. You got Caitlin Clark sitting in there in press conferences complaining, but y'all bypass that. She's out there. Do you know, Torian, you know this because you know ball. What would happen if an NBA player criticized the refs in a post game?
Oh, they would probably fine them.
Do you realize Caitlin Clark did that the other night and she didn't get fined?
Nope. Let's talk about that, Caitlin Clark fans. I mean, since y'all are such fans. See, the thing is, y'all only want to do this hype thing, this hype train thing with her. But if she even steps out of line, y'all won't even criticize her. And that's another issue.
Only her true fans criticize her. And that's the ones I'd like to talk to.
Yeah, these individuals that literally did a World War Z in my comments. Those aren't real fans. They're banned.
Ain't gonna let y'all sniff.
Oh, shout out to Cosmo. I know he just popped up in the chat. Oh, he's right there because he left the reply. He says, I stepped into a tether farm.
Okay.
Oh, listen to this. This person says, you're actually a real page. They thought I was a troll when I made this. They thought I was a troll account. They had no idea I was a real page. And then they said, this tweet makes no, but now you know.
Now you know.
And it says, no one is a bust in their first month playing. Also, she's shown more than enough to prove she isn't. She's on a bad team and guarded like the best shooter in the league. Then is a hater. This is a hater take. Absolutely.
Y'all hyped her up to that. She got to live up to it. Who was sucking her off in college? Y'all couldn't even appreciate her greatness. Y'all had to hype her up. But it's us now when we're pointing out that she's not that good right now. Now y'all got a problem with it. I hate y'all.
This person said that 15, 5, and 6 is a bust in your rookie year. A lot of NBA stars were busts.
A lot of NBA stars will also tell you in their rookie season they weren't that great. They had a lot to learn. Okay, let's play. Name me the NBA player that averaged that and they won a ring. Because I know y'all gonna bring up Magic Johnson. He wasn't even the reason why they won that chip. Oops.
Look at this one.
Go ahead.
Oh, look, I attracted MAGA folks to this post.
Of course you did.
This one said their name is Magadonian for life because she's white.
Where does her skin color come in?
And y'all, the replies just keep coming in. Remember, when we came on here, it was 597. Now it's at 612. It continues to pop up. I'm gonna just go ahead and mute the conversation so I can stop getting the damn notifications. I don't delete the post isn't deleted, but I just won't receive them because I need to clear the notifications up. So that's the only way I can do it. So they can continue to go at it. So that pretty much takes care of the stuff over there on Twitter. Now, remember what I had told you before we got started and when we got started, that there was 3 videos that I had to show you that probably gave one of the worst takes about this. I'm like, if y'all thought what Shannon Sharp said was crazy, or Stephen A. Smith, or all those other clowns, wait till y'all hear what Doc Rivers' son, Austin.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, you saw it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for those of y'all who didn't see it, I'm gonna play it. It's broken up into 3 videos. So we're gonna play and analyze all 3 of them. They're short videos. I promise you, it's not gonna take that long.
But for whatever reason, mainly due to ignorance, your sport has not garnered the proper attention and respect that it's long overdue. And now this woman comes along and brings the world in and is now giving y'all that proper attention and respect. And you guys are getting these brand deals and getting this money. And instead of being appreciative and acknowledging that, you guys are like coming at her with these like hate ass comments, talking about, oh, well, you know, it's not just because of her, blah, 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 blah. Last night our game was sold out and she didn't play. Last night we flew charter and she wasn't on that flight. Let's stop it. It's not a coincidence you guys are just now chartering flights her rookie year. It's not a coincidence that now that she's in the WNBA, everyone's paying attention to the WNBA. I shouldn't say everyone, but a lot more people are. Okay, it's not a coincidence. It's the Caitlin Clark effect. Now, are there a lot of hands that can be raised of people who had a part to play? For sure. Angel Reese, Paige, Haley, Juju, the list goes on. There's women athletes, basketball players.
Paige who? Who's Paige? You mean the Paige that's still in college? Oh my God.
That was just the first bit, but he talking about a Caitlin Clark effect. That's the first time I heard someone say that. Unless someone else said it, that was my first time hearing someone.
No, I've heard that. I've actually heard that, bro. Y'all act like she just came in there and everybody started getting endorsements. What are you talking about?
And then he brought up about the plane again. I'm like, y'all made it seem like they just
signed the damn deal. They had the deal
because of her. No, they've been working on that for years. That's not an overnight deal.
Austin, did you forget that some of these NBA teams were loaning out their jets? Oh, I get it, Austin. I get it. You must have forgot how Kobe was sitting there advocating for them women for years. You must have forgot that. You forgot that Steph Curry was out there advocating for them and all the other NBA players were out there advocating. You forgot that because that would destroy your narrative. Because those same players I just mentioned were advocating for everybody, not just the black ones. Because they know, especially with the interest that basketball has shown over the last 15 years, especially with the females, it makes sense that everybody then can eat because all them females were going to nothing but NBA games. And you only had the little girls going to the WNBA games. But if you could start cultivating that NBA audience of 20 to 30-year-olds to go to the WNBA game, everybody eats.
Mm-hmm. Now,
but this idiot doesn't see this because he wants to cater to white people because he's trying to get back in the league because his bullshit podcast ain't popping off. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Now, like I said, this was split into 3 videos, so now we're about to play the second video.
That's the way. No one's saying Caitlin Clark is the greatest basketball player ever. No one's saying Caitlin Clark is
lying.
That's lies. They listen. We just spent the last 2 hours
tomato
going through a whole bunch of posts from different accounts on X. Basically, the only thing I didn't see them call her was the second coming of Christ.
They almost did.
But they literally were out there calling, saying she's goated and all types of stuff. Stop it. You know, you're doing it right now. You're praising her like that right now.
Well, it makes sense. He's married to PC, so it makes sense.
Greatest basketball player, even right now in the WNBA. She's not even in that conversation yet.
Bullshit.
But she's
really? Come on now.
And where he get this Spanish Adidas shirt from?
Hell of a talent, and her game style, her aura, everything about her has brought people in and brought awareness to your sport to where now we get to see all these great players.
So again, that goes back to a post. I didn't go over when I was going through the post, but someone actually said in one of the comments that was on my post that I made saying that Caitlin Clark was a hero. I said, what did she save?
She didn't save the WNBA. The Aces.
Right, like that's what I'm trying to say. What did she save?
The literal Las Vegas Aces saved the league. The fuck are you talking about? This
players
is what
in your craft. You have the whole world tuning in now to your sport, seeing how great you girls really are, and I have always been. So instead of hating on her and cheap shotting her like I saw today in the game, which was BS, it was enough.
So now this is a dig at Kennedy Carter.
Bruh, he was in the same game where they were about to call police. Where his dad was coaching. Dude, you got cheap shotted in a game. You ready to go fight people. What do you mean? Torian, you learned from me well, my friend.
I was getting ready to say, did you pick that?
You learned from me well.
And the thing is, we don't intentionally do it. It just happens. It just happens.
So when you do your bed bucking hall of shame on him, that's you gotta have that screenshot.
basketball play, or sneak dissing her on your Snapchat or your TikTok or your Instagram or your post-game interviews. Appreciate her.
Where is the smoke when they do it to Angel Reese? Where is the smoke?
Exactly.
Where is this, sir? Angel Reese is half your sister. Where is the smoke?
Exactly. But you know what? Angel Reese is from Baltimore. She don't need it. Now, let me tell y'all something right now. This last clip that we're going to show is the one that literally eclipses everything well, not everything, but a lot of what we've seen today, because it is something he said in here. And I strategically wanted to save this one for last, because y'all are going to probably fall out of your chair when he says this, because when I saw it, I said, nigga. Like, that's literally how I responded with. So watch this.
Had a part to play in the awareness that has grown in the game of women's basketball, but no more than Caitlin Clark. If you girls were Destiny's Child, she would be Beyonce.
What?
That's the part.
I didn't hear that part. Now that I didn't hear.
What did you say, nigga?
That was the part I was.
How is she Beyonce? What?
That's the part I was waiting. That was the one part I wanted y'all to hear. Excuse me?
You mean she's the Dixie Chicks?
Listen, this woman isn't even Adele. He said if these girls were Destiny's Child, Caitlin Clark would be Beyonce. What? Are you serious? What? I can't. I know they was clowning his ass in the comments when he said that shit. I mean, they was already clowning him before, but when he said this, they probably was like, you half a nigga. What the hell is you talking about?
She'd be the third member of Milli Vanilli.
Oh, shit. I got to play that.
Football players and coaches who could raise their hand and say they had a part to play in the awareness that has grown in the game of women's basketball, but no more than Caitlin Clark. If you girls were Destiny's Child, she would be Beyonce.
Doc Rivers, come get your son. He's talking out of every crevice in his body right now.
Beyonce.
First off,
family, you mix people and y'all not fighting these charges that y'all don't like Beyonce. Y'all not fighting these charges.
So now Beyonce and
how is Beyonce catching shrapnel?
I was going to say. First off, how the Destiny's Child and like the group is collecting.
How did you make that leap? How did you make that leap, bro? I almost threw my baby's car seat when I heard that. Is he insane? Wow. Of all the girl groups he could have picked. What did Michelle Williams do to you, sir? Did she curve you when you were playing in Houston?
You know what he needs? Speaking of that, he needs to get the Kelly Rowland treatment when she was dealing with that Usher out at that film festival. Give that finger one good time, like get your ass back. When I saw that, because it was posted in my Discord, I said, "Oh, I gotta have this part of the live. I gotta have this." And when you said you had saw it, I thought, "Oh, maybe you saw all of this." But
I didn't see that part.
Yeah,
bruh.
I don't even have to play anything after that.
I don't want to hear no more. He might go to the Supremes next.
Anything else after that is some BS.
He might say she Diana Ross.
But it's the fact that you brought up Destiny's Child, which we all know is one of the most popular girl groups ever, R&B girl groups ever, and you had the nerve to compare Caitlin Clark, a PC woman who's just getting started in her career, to a woman that's been established since the 90s, before Caitlin Clark was even born.
But this nigga was even born.
What the?
I think he was born in the late 90s.
It shows. And it shows. Yeah, that was the it's a reason why I ended it off with that one, because there's no way I could have started it off with that.
Sorry, I'm gonna fight you if I ever meet you.
This is the one that ends the stream, y'all.
I'm gonna fight you when I meet you. I can't believe you played that for me. How did he say this?
I had to show you that. That's why I told you. I said we when it comes to the post that we was going through, that we know what to expect from that. We know what we're dealing with that. But this one right here, that has got to be a Stretch Armstrong, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, Miss Marvel reach.
You forgot the Plastic Man reach.
That too. Oh, and Miss Fantastic, Miss Fantastic, Elastigirl. That's a Miss Fantastic. I mean, Miss Incredible. Damn.
Miss Incredible.
This shit got me messing people's names up.
You heard they're gonna reboot that, right?
Well, the second one wasn't that good, but
yeah.
The first one is a classic.
Yeah,
but Austin Rivers, you need to.
You need a Bed Bucking Hall of Shame for that.
I mean, no need to now. We already publicly shamed him in front of 400 plus people, and whoever else is going to catch that playback.
Oh my God, my head hurts.
Do you have anything else to add? I'll understand if you don't, and I can go through who donated, because I wasn't one by one.
I'll keep it quick. Oh, you didn't even show him did you show him the tweet in the video I sent you?
Oh,
yeah, show him that. One? No. That's easy. No, the DM I sent you with that dude who tried to tell me I don't know ball.
Oh. Let me pull up.
Yeah, that's how I'll end it off. Family, this is how you know they don't watch basketball. They tell on themselves because they think, again, we don't know how to use the internet. That's what white supremacy tells us. We don't know how to use the internet. We don't know what a computer is. I think I passed the test. This fool tried to tell me that I don't know basketball. So I said, okay, let me see what he put on his page. Wait till you see what he has on his page.
Hold on. You talking about from the hoops one?
No, the one with the dude with the dude.
Oh, okay. I see it.
No, that hoops dude is I don't even want to inundate the family with that one. Because I think he just did that for engagement.
You talking about this Keith Malone person?
Is that the one with the jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one.
Hold on. All right, let me show you.
I might have to push back my own live stream.
Yeah, so this is the screenshot that you sent. Coming from the same page.
Mm-hmm.
And then shoot. Thought I had it in another.
Yeah, let me make sure it's
that. Okay, here it is, right here. The one that you said literally all he has on his page is nothing but a bunch of football stuff, but now all of a sudden he's a fan of Caitlin Clark.
Nothing but football.
Football stuff.
But he said, I don't know a ball. You talking about football. What time is mine? 7? I might push it back to 4:00.
You have to.
I gotta go cook.
You got to do like they said in that episode of Different World: relax, relate, release. after seeing with Austin Rivers, that's the conversation.
I'm speechless.
Mm-hmm. That's why I told you. It's a reason why I saved that one for last, because I knew that one was going to be the one where everybody was going to be like, "Okay, it's time to head out." I didn't see
he can't ever go to one of their concerts ever again in life.
He can't bounce back from that. Like, he should be laughed off of social media for saying that dumb shit.
Why is Beyonce catching straight? We know why, but why would you bring her up? She's got nothing to do with this.
Let me go through these.
Yeah, go through your go get your money, man.
Shout out to AB Promotions, Savion Draco Zero, Spider-Man and his amazing friends, TD Media Group, Tildall 12, Mike Mellis, Johns, Val Williams, Carla Lockhart, Denise Scales, Dana with the 50. Shout out to Dana for that. And also shout out to John Guillory for being a member officially for an entire year. He said, B1, Austin Rivers, you're done, son. You're done. That's what his father needs to say to him, is that he's done. Now, what Doc should do is, if he's in the will, I would have cut his ass off. Like, look, what kind of...
Leave it to the sister. It's called Off Guard with Austin Rivers.
Man.
It's busy up here. I got money.
Do you have anything else you would like to contribute before we end this? That was stressful. That last part was stressful.
I guess I'll just end it with this, family. I know we had our fun here, but there's a lesson to be learned here. They're regressing every day into their natural instincts of being the racist, the animalistic, and the unintelligent. They are the animal kingdom. And it sucks because we get dragged down with them. Hopefully this month, because it's just going to get worse, we continue to call things out like this. But I say, as a family, because again, shout out to y'all for what y'all did last weekend with the George Floyd stuff. Because them white supremacists had no smoke.
Oh yeah.
I say with this discourse, unless it's something really egregious, yeah, we still protect the black players, but let's not even engage them like that. Let's just watch. Mm-hmm. Let's just be real fans. But also, hopefully, this will start us. It's time to start ignoring them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, us new black media content creators, we need the content. We need to make sure y'all informed. But I think as a collective, we need to really start, from now until the election, really start ignoring them. Unless it's something really important that we need to discuss and give out lessons.
Yeah, a lot of the times when I be calling them out, like stuff like that, I do it for my entertainment and my laughter, because some of the stuff is hilarious with how they be carrying on, especially how they've been crashing out ever since 45 got found guilty on all 34 counts. I mean, my goodness, that's a whole nother stream in and of itself. If you wanted to go through that,
I'm doing that at 4 o'clock.
That was just ridiculous.
And trust and believe, Valentina, I got a lot.
Oh yeah,
I got a lot to say to you.
I recorded a video about her.
Yeah, I got a lot. I gotta get
Valentina Gomez.
Yeah, we gonna have fun with you, but there's a lot of Trump people that I'm gonna get at today. So y'all can come through. I'm gonna drop the link there too. Y'all can come up here and tell me how we need to vote for Trump. Cool. I want y'all to bring your receipts. Tell me why. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why I'm not. But that's at 4 o'clock, so I gotta go cook.
All right, y'all. We about to be up out of here. Shout out to everybody that came through. Like I told you, we was gonna be here for about 2 hours, and I was right. We over 2 hours. As I said, it was gonna be a lengthy stream today. Oh, go ahead. You know what? That's my bad. I meant to actually pin it in the chat.
Yay! There's the link for the show today.
Yeah, make sure y'all go and check that out. And, subscribe to Kid Grab Your Shun if you haven't already. He just hit 4K.
Yay!
So shout out to him on that. Definitely.
The road to 5K is on the way.
Definitely be there for that. But yeah, shout out to everybody that came through. The premiere, the 11 a.m. premiere video will be up tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Be sure again to go over to Kid Gravity channel when he goes live, because I know I'll definitely be over there, because it's about to be some foolishness from them. And with that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe and be one.
And Stephen A. Smith got